Welcome to week 1 of our course, Developing Leaders and Cultivating Partnership. As you can see from the syllabus, our theme this week is your leadership journey, your leadership story. We're beginning with what it is that you know about leadership in terms of your own lived experience, and also a deeper reflection on what has shaped, formed, and informed you as a person and a leader from your own life journey and your own lived experiences of being a leader. Also, we'd like for you to begin to articulate in a draft form that hopefully you'll refine over the course of this semester your leadership narrative, the story that guides you as a leader. What is it that you hope to achieve? What is the way that you hope to embody your leadership? What do you see as the guiding purpose in your role as a leader? So you'll notice that there are 3 articles, chapters that I've included in the reading. First of all, that deal specifically with the role of narrative in the leader. One is by myself, Expedition to What's Possible, Narrative Leadership and Deep Change. Another is by Graham Standish, Pastor as Narrative Leader. And the third is by Jacqueline Lewis, Storying, an Ethic of Truth-Telling and Social Justice. Hopefully these will prompt some ideas in you around your own story. What are the communities? What are the experiences? What are the ways that you have shown up as a leader and been shaped as a leader over time? Also, I've included in this week's assignment the beginning of our study of this text by Heifetz and others, Adaptive Leadership, which some of you may already be familiar with. We're going to use it kind of as a workbook to help you focus on your own leadership, but also focus on your own leadership context, so that we can begin to hone some perspectives on what does it mean to lead adaptively in times of change, in times of chaos and uncertainty. As part of this week's work, you'll see that there is a writing assignment. The writing assignment really is just a page and a half at the most, in which you begin to introduce to us your own leadership journey. What are the things that, and you can begin anywhere, in your life journey from childhood, through adolescence, through young adulthood, and through any context in which you have served as a leader. And also, if you could, at least in a paragraph way, give us a sense, a glimpse of the narrative that guides your own leadership right now. You'll post this on a Moodle forum as a new discussion thread by this Wednesday, October 4th at 8 a.m. And we'll engage with one another as we reflect on those pages. So let me say just a little bit as we're beginning about leadership and narrative. Phyllis Tickle, in her book, The Great Emergence, How Christianity is Changing and Why, says that narrative is the song of the vibrating network. It's the spider's web and it's trembling. A single touch on one strand sets all the others to resonating. She also says narrative circumvents logic, speaking the truth of people who have been and of whom we are. Narrative speaks to the heart in order that the heart, so tutored, may direct and inform the mind. Christina Baldwin, in her book Storycatcher, says that life hangs on a narrative thread. The thread is a braid of stories that inform us about who we are and where we come from and where we might go. The thread is slender but strong. We trust it to hold us and allow us to swing over the edge of the unknown into the future that we dream in words. And Lillian Daniel, in her book Tell It Like It Is, Reclaiming the Practice of Testimony, says that testimony, or story, seems to have no beginning or end, no alpha or omega. After we tell God's story, it tells us, and then we have a new story to tell. The stories shape the community, and the community responds with new stories. But both the telling and the hearing have the power to transform. So the stories of leaders must compete with many other existing stories if the new stories are to succeed. They must transplant, suppress, supplement, or in some measure outweigh the earlier stories in an organization or a congregation, as well as contemporary oppositional stories. And finally, narrative leaders present a new story that's dynamic. It's not just a headline or a snapshot, but it's a drama that unfolds over time, that asks people to carry forward something from the past into some transformed future, and to take that journey from the past to the future together. We can all think of leaders in our religious literature, in our religious worlds, in our secular world as well, who've somehow or another been a narrative leader that have embodied a story and carried a people towards a new story. So, in your writing assignment this week, tell the current story of your own leadership journey, and also tell a narrative that guides your leadership right now. No more than a page and a half, and all the detailed instructions for this assignment are posted in this week's Moodle Assignment 1. Post your paper by Wednesday, so we'll have a chance to comment on it by Friday. And I look forward to reading those papers. I look forward to engaging with you and with others as we begin to study who it is that we are as a leader, and what is the narrative that has shaped and formed us along the way. Let's have a good week together.